One of the things I have learned, and especially in the last 2 years, is that you have to be so intentional about creating joy. A lot of people will associate joy with seeing children. A lot of the time, joy is associated with children, but not necessarily ourself as children. Whether you grew up with trauma, whether you grew up with more responsibilities, being an old soul as a child, whether you grew up learning responsibility or studying or any of the things that takes away the whimsy and the fun or the lessons that we learned as we became adults, where, oh, that's only for children. Don't be so childish. But one of the most authentic versions of adulthood, I find, is when people are being joyful, when they are being childlike, and not in an immature sense, but in a fun, playful, quirky, whimsical way. With joy, if it's not natural to you, which a lot of people are living in a stress state or a survival mode, it has to be something that you create as a habit, that you put your focus on, that you create the space for and not run away from, in the sense of honor those boundaries, do those hobbies of the things that you really enjoy. And that's why adult coloring books are making such a huge, I don't want to say comeback, because they weren't created originally for adults. It was always for children. But why it's become into a thing now. It's about surrounding yourself with people that lift you up. Because sometimes, especially when we're in stress or survival mode, we can get into such tunnel vision, and isolation and cutting off the things that you enjoy, limiting yourself from going to the areas that help you relax, unwind, smile, again, joy. Sometimes it starts off as gratitude or moments of goodness. But so often as adults, we can keep rushing to the next thing, or we can't stop and really appreciate that moment for what it was because we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. So how are you creating more joy in your life? How are you being intentional about it? Let me know in the comments. I'm Natasha with Fix